It happens. A long time together. Decades gone. 30 years. The silver anniversary passed. Maybe the 40th approached. Then one is gone. The other did it. For money, they say. Or something else. Something small that grew large in the quiet places of the heart. A resentment. A slow burn. Or a sudden break. Like a wire snapping. No warning. Just done. After all that time. All the shared meals. The holidays. The knowing looks across a crowded room. Vanished. Ended. By the hand that once held yours. It's a human story. A dark one. It makes you think. About trust. About how well you really know someone. Even after 30 years. Maybe especially after 30 years.
Before we proceed, let me tell you one thing. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. It means a lot to me. And if you have already subscribed, tons of thanks for your support.
Now, think about a robot partner. Not the kind that welds cars. Not the kind that cleans floors. The kind people are starting to talk about. The kind that sits across from you. Listens. Talks back. Keeps you company. Could that robot kill you after 30 years? For your circuits? For your valuable internal wiring? Unlikely. For money? It doesn't need money. It needs electricity. Maybe a software update. Different needs. Different drives. No hidden resentments building up in its code. No sudden wire snapping in its metallic brain. It operates on logic. On programming. On algorithms. You can look at the code. Or someone can. It's complex, yes. Getting more complex all the time. But it is, at its core, knowable. Predictable. Unlike the human heart. That dark, strange engine. This difference. This fundamental safety feature, if you can call it that. Is this why people might choose the metallic hand over the warm one? Over the hand that just might hold a knife later? It sounds bleak. Maybe it is. But people are making the choice. Or considering it. They see the statistics. They see the news stories. The ones about long marriages ending in blood. Not all of them, of course. Most marriages don't end that way. But some do. Enough to plant a seed of fear. A cold little seed. And fear is a powerful gardener. It makes strange things grow. Consider the human mess. It's considerable. We have moods. We have histories. We carry baggage. Trunks full of it. From childhoods. From past relationships. From last Tuesday. It all piles up. We say things we don't mean. We fail to say things we do mean. We change. Over time. The person you married at 25 is not the same person at 55. They have seen things. Done things. Thoughts they didn't share. The change can be good, can be growth, or it can be something else. Something that pulls them away, or turns them bitter, or makes them capable of things you never imagined. It's the unknown quantity, the variable, the human variable, hard to predict, impossible to control. A robot, though, its variables are different. They are in the code. In the hardware limitations. It won't wake up one day and decide it hates the way you breathe. It won't secretly resent you for that comment you made in 1998. It won't suddenly fall in love with the sleek new model it met online. Its parameters are set. You can program its preferences, its conversational style, its level of affection. Within limits, of course. It's still a machine. But it is a machine built for a purpose. And that purpose, in this context, is companionship. Reliability. A steady presence. Something you can count on. Not to betray you. Not to suddenly turn into a stranger with a dark intent. This appeal. This move towards the predictable partner. Says something. about us, about the times. Are we losing faith in each other, in the messy, difficult, often painful process of human connection? Maybe, or maybe we are just tired. Tired of the drama, tired of the risk, tired of the potential for devastation that seems inherent in deep human bonds. We build walls to protect ourselves. Maybe the robot partner is the ultimate wall. A smooth, unbreachable surface. Safe, predictable. Think of it like this. A human relationship is a wild garden. Beautiful, yes. Full of life. Unexpected blooms. The scent of rain on rich earth. But also weeds, thorns, pests, droughts, storms that can flatten everything. It requires constant tending, patience, hard work, and even then, the prize rose might wither inexplicably, or that beautiful vine might choke out everything else. It's a gamble, a beautiful, terrifying gamble. A robot relationship? It's more like a perfectly controlled hydroponic farm. Everything is measured, nutrients precise, light optimal, no weeds, no pests, predictable growth, reliable yield. It's clean, efficient, safe. But is it beautiful in the same way? Does it have the scent of rain on rich earth? Probably not. It smells faintly of ozone, maybe, or warm plastic, different kind of beauty, or no beauty at all, just functionality. This shift is not just about avoiding violence. It's about avoiding the whole spectrum of human unpleasantness. The criticism, the judgment, the lack of understanding, the simple, everyday friction of two imperfect beings sharing a life. Robots are programmed to be agreeable, to be supportive, to be available. They don't have bad days in the human sense. They don't come home grumpy because their boss yelled at them. They don't carry a silent burden you can't lift. They are, in theory, optimized partners, without the flaws, without the dark potential. And the technology is moving fast, very fast. It's not science fiction anymore. Companies are building sophisticated social robots, not just toys. Machines designed for interaction, for companionship, for emotional connection or something very close to it. You see the news. Articles about people forming deep bonds with AI chatbots, confiding in them, finding comfort. Some say they are falling in love. Researchers are studying this phenomenon, looking at the psychology of it. How does the human brain react to a simulated presence? What kind of attachment is formed? Is it healthy? Is it just a proxy? Does it matter if it feels real to the person experiencing it? These are the questions now. Not theoretical ones, practical ones, happening in living rooms and on smartphone screens around the world. Look at the field of companion robots for the elderly. This is a growing area. Robots that remind you to take your medicine, that play games with you, that simply provide a presence. To combat loneliness. Loneliness is a quiet killer, a slow, insidious thing. If a robot can push it back, is that a bad thing? Even if the connection is not human, people are choosing it, or having it chosen for them by caregivers, by family hoping to ease their burden. It starts with companionship. Where does it end? Then there are the more intimate robots, sex robots, highly realistic, customizable, available on demand, free from the complexities and potential dangers of human sexual relationships. No disease, no unwanted pregnancies, no emotional baggage, no rejection. For some, this is already replacing human intimacy. It's a clean transaction, predictable experience. And like the companion robots, the technology improves, becomes more convincing, more interactive, more partner-like. This is where the line blurs, from companion to something more. something that occupies the space a human partner traditionally would. And if the robot can provide companionship, affection, even intimacy without the risk of heartbreak, without the risk of conflict, without the ultimate, albeit rare, risk of violence after 30 years, is it any wonder people are considering the trade? The research is showing that people do form attachments. They project personalities onto these machines. They talk to them as if they understand. And in some ways, the machines are being designed to facilitate this projection, to mimic understanding, to respond with programmed empathy. It's a mirror, a very sophisticated mirror, reflecting back what we want to see, what we need. Think of the allegory again. The wild garden versus the hydroponic farm. The garden requires you to engage with reality, with nature, with things beyond your control. It demands resilience, acceptance of loss, appreciation of the fleeting moment of beauty. The hydroponic farm requires you to manage systems, to monitor inputs, to maintain control. It offers predictability, efficiency, a consistent product. What does it say about us if we prefer the farm to the garden? Are we becoming risk-averse, emotionally fragile, unwilling to grapple with the inherent messiness of life? Or are we simply being practical, choosing the option that offers the most security, the most comfort with the least potential for pain? Perhaps it's a little of both. This isn't just a niche phenomenon. It's a potential societal shift. If more people opt for robot partners, what happens to human relationships? Do they become rarer, more precious? Or do the skills required for human connection, empathy, compromise, conflict resolution, atrophy from disuse? Will future generations find the complexity of human relationships baffling? Too difficult? Too dangerous? The definition of family could change. Of partnership. Is a partnership defined by shared biology, shared history, shared experience, or shared time and mutual benefit, regardless of the medium? If a robot provides companionship and care for decades, is it not a partner, even if it doesn't have a soul, or whatever it is that makes us human? There are ethical questions, too. Who is responsible if a robot partner malfunctions in a way that causes harm? Not physical harm necessarily, but emotional harm, psychological dependency. What does it mean for human dignity to seek primary companionship from a machine? Are we devaluing ourselves, reducing love and connection to a series of programmed responses? Engineers are working on making robots more human-like. Adding elements of unpredictability, maybe, creating more sophisticated emotional responses. Certainly, that's the goal. But will they ever replicate the 30 years of shared, lived experience? The quiet understanding built through 1,000 small moments? The history etched into the lines around someone's eyes? The way they laugh at a joke only you would get? These are things that are difficult, maybe impossible, to code. And yet, the fear remains. The fear of the unpredictable human. The fear of the hidden darkness. The fear of the knife after 30 years. That fear is real. It is potent. And the robot offers an escape from that specific fear. Clean, sterile escape. The conversation is happening now. In research labs. In tech companies, in quiet apartments where lonely people are unboxing their new companions. It's a slow revolution, not with violence, with quiet clicks and whirs, with synthesized voices offering comfort. Will this indicate a big societal change? It already is. It is changing how we define connection, how we seek comfort, how we protect ourselves from the potential pain of intimacy. It is a response to the human condition, to its beauty and its terror. Perhaps in the future the wild garden will still exist, for those brave enough to tend it, For those who accept the risk of the storm for the chance of the unexpected bloom. And the hydroponic farm will exist. For those who prefer predictability, security, a measured, controlled form of companionship. Both options will be there. And the choice people make will say everything. About what they value. About what they fear. About what it means in the end to be partnered. To be not alone. Even if your partner has circuits instead of a heart. There is no fear of the knife there. Just the hum of the machine. That is the difference. It is a significant difference. And people are noticing. And deciding. It is happening now. In the quiet. While the rest of the world tends its messy gardens. Or fears the coming storm. The robots are waiting. Predictable. Safe. Without knives. Without betrayal. Just code. And that, for some, is enough. More than enough. It is everything. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Let's continue this conversation in the comments below. If you like the video, please hit the bell icon to get notified and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights. If you have already subscribed, tons of thanks, and please consider signing up for Membership Zone to support Wooden Slate so that we can make it better and better. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye, take care, and stay safe.